Okay, so now we're live on YouTube. I will explain a few things about Talk and Talk before we start. As you know, we are a conversation platform where you can come here and talk in a lot of languages. Today, we're speaking in English about world records. So let's start. The first question is, why do you think people wanted to set new records? Por que vocês acham, né, que as pessoas queriam estabelecer novos recordes? Por que as pessoas fazem isso? Vamos ver o que vocês acham. Mariana, let's start with you. Why do you think people wanted to set new records?
I don't know, maybe to have feeling leave your mark in the world, maybe or for share something different if just you have. I don't know. I really don't know. I thought it's a difficult topic to say because something for me it's inútil. I don't know how to say this in English, but for another person it's very important. And I don't know.
Ok, no, but that's it for you to guess, né? Para vocês tentarem adivinhar aí, por que vocês acham, né, que eles querem estabelecer novos records. Assim, it's crazy, né? A gente vê cada coisa tão doida, né? A pets on a scooter running. So,
Yes.
it depends. Why do you think, né?
Because if you thinking about that, the most thing you know about records is stranger things, not the good things. The popular things you can find, it's very strange or I don't know, something like that.
That's true. Regular things that we do every day, they are not registered on world records, né? Não tá nada registrado lá, a gente só faz, né? That's true. And you, Sonia, why do you think people wanted to set new records?
Really, I don't know. I guess everyone has own reason. I don't know, razón in English. For do that things, maybe to appear in the world. Maybe it's a challenge for them. I don't know. Really, I don't know.
Perfect. But that's it. They want to be known, né? Eles querem ser conhecidos, so maybe they do those crazy things. True. And you, Marcos, why do you think people wanted to set new records?
I would to say exactly this. The people want to become known internationally, and maybe it's important for these people because they find out through the records. That's it.
Perfect. I agree with you and Sonia and Mariana too. They want to be known, né? Eles querem ser conhecidos. They want to do the things to leave their mark, né? So they do a lot of crazy things. And you, Maria Eugênia, why do you think people wanted to set new records? Maria Eugênia, can you hear me?
Yes, I have no idea. It's hard to imagine what's going through the head of every crazy. Maybe they get famous.
Yeah. It's hard to know what they're thinking, né? É difícil saber o que eles estão pensando, né? When they start doing those things. But they start. And it's complicated because like myself, I don't think I would do those things. Eu não acho que eu ia fazer aquelas coisas, não. But some people just start doing, né? As pessoas só começam a fazer e vão ser felizes.
Passar uma vida tentando.
Crazy. And you, Angelica, why do you think people want to set new records?
And the people want to be highlighted, and some people has a talent, they would like to show to others, and I prepare my talk today for just I will speak better.
Okay, so
uh,
that's it. Nice.
I turn off my camera because my connection is lower too.
No, don't worry. No problem. It's okay.
Thank you.
But perfect, that's it. I agree with you. They want to be highlighted, né? Eles querem se destacar, eles querem estar lá, né, na frente num livro. Imagine, it seems cool to be on a book, right? Parece legal estar num livro. So they want to be highlighted. That's true. And you, Victor, why do you think people wanted to set new records?
These people want to make their names in history somehow.
Perfect. That's true. I agree with you. It's more like what everyone said here, né? They want to leave their mark. They want to be known. So they want to do their part to be known worldwide, né? Ser conhecido no mundo todo. That's it. So let's go to question number 2. Guinness record breakers do not receive any money, but they receive a certificate. Do you think this is right? Vocês acham isso certo? Não receber dinheiro, só um certificado. Assim, tem gente que faz um negócio muito doido, né? Mas vocês, o que vocês acham que essa pessoa deveria receber? Só um certificado? Maybe money? Maybe, I don't know. Let's see what you think. Marcos, do you think this is right to receive only a certificate or they should receive something else?
I think receive only the certificate. It's okay. But in the Olympic Games, when you break the record in Olympic Games, the player receive a money, né? For this challenge. But because in this book there is a stranger record, so imagine to pay for every record all the world. I think it's okay.
Perfect. Yeah, that's true. Imagine if they needed to pay a lot of money to each person who achieves a different record. And if it's pets, né? Se for um bicho, que nem o cachorro lá. For who they will give the money? Para quem vai o dinheiro? Doesn't make a lot of sense. That's it. And you, Maria Eugenia, do you think this is right for them to receive only the certificate or they should receive something else?
I don't know if you're right, but some people do that because they like it and don't really care about the money. I would want the money. But
Yeah, me too. I would want the money. Yeah, I
some
guess
people
they
don't care.
practice a lot, né? Eles treinam muito para ter aquilo. So maybe they
Yes. Money is good.
Yeah, that's true. Money is good. And I guess I think it really depends on the record because just like Marcos said, if every world record receives an amount of money, they would spend a lot of money on that. And there are some records that they need to practice a lot to achieve, and others you're just born like that, just like the twins from the video, né? Que nem as gêmeas do
Yeah.
vídeo.
Yes.
They are
yes.
just born like that. They will receive money because they are the way they are. No, right? Doesn't make a
Sure.
lot of sense.
Of course. I agree.
Perfect. And you, Angelica, do you think this is right for them to receive only the certificate?
Like Maria Eugenia, I would like to receive money, but I understand like a choice, the people.
Perfect. And you, Victor, do you think this is right for them to receive only the certificate or should they receive money too?
Yes, records are always broken and new records are created. Would be expensive to pay always.
That's true. Perfect. And you, Mariana, do you think this is right for them to receive only the certificate or should they receive money too?
I agree with all because depends of the records. For example, if we will give money for every record, who give this money for these records? The government, maybe. And if is the government, I thought is there are more important things to give money, because I don't know if sport record, I don't know if this is right. It's okay because the person trained for that, but if you are born or you do something, I don't know, discussing for give some money, I don't know. I thought it's not right. For example, I saw a woman who leave these nails crescer a lot. I thought this is disgusting, and I just certificate is sufficient for them.
Yeah, because it's kind of a dumb thing, né? It doesn't make a lot of difference if you put your nails like too big and your nails short. It doesn't matter, né? Like, what is the difference? Qual que é a diferença pro mundo, né? O tamanho da sua unha. Então,
Yeah, yes.
only the certificate is good. I agree with you. And you, Sonia, do you think this is right for them to receive only the certificate, or should they receive money?
I don't know if it's right, but people who participate in Record Guinness knows the rules. And if you feel good with a certificate, I think it's good for them. So many people who need to train to broken a record sometimes receive a lot of money from some brands who sponsored them to train, tennis shoes, sport clothes, food, supplements, and other things that they need to help them to break the record.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, there's also that. It's not only like we don't know who is going to send the money. Maybe they have sponsors, like the athletes, né? Os atletas. Maybe they have someone, a brand that will pay money to them. So it helps. Né? It's not the money for the record, but it's a consequence of it, right? I didn't think about that. Não tinha pensado nisso. That's true. Perfect. So let's go to question number 3. What type of records do you think it's important to break? And what type of records do you think are just silly? Silly records seria tipo o que a Mariana falou, né? Da unha gigante. E quais records vocês acham que são importantes serem quebrados? Então, let's start with you, Victor. What type of records do you think it's important to break?
Most of them are silly. And for me, the important are records in sports. I don't know, acho que tudo relacionado a esportes poderia ser considerado importante, e as outras coisas não, né?
Perfect. And usually they are related to sports, né? Geralmente é mais relacionado ao esporte, os records. Usually, né? We see some crazy ones, but usually they are more related to sports. And you, Angelica, what types of records do you think it's important to break, and which ones are just silly?
The important is the record of the oldest person, because the person can be divided secrets than a longer life, and record silly people that eat more hot dog and hamburger a lot. You know,
These ones are like, these ones, I really don't see any sense on them because it's unhealthy, you can die, and people still do that. Né? Você pode morrer fazendo isso e as pessoas continuam, they don't care. They are crazy, people are crazy. That's true. And you, Sonia, what type of records do you think it's important to break and which ones are just silly?
I think the important type of records to break are the related to sport. I agree with it. With knowledge about different things, research about health, education, literature. That's important because they, if the people win a record, break a record, it's like an example for other people's. I don't like silly things. It's not important for me. It's absolutely unnecessary. I think it's my opinion.
Perfect. Yeah, I guess the ones that you mentioned, they are really important. Related to research, it's really good when you break a record related to research because it seems like you are really smart, né? Someone who is smart did that. So it's not someone who just like eats a lot of hot dogs, né? No, é uma coisa completamente diferente, né? That's true. Perfect. And you, Mariana, what type of records do you think it's important to break and which ones are just silly?
I agree with Victor. Something related to sport, and the things I thought it's silly. I don't know, these things, for example, denials, and I saw something now because I do a little research. Yeah. And eu não sei como falar em inglês, mas tipo assim, é um recorde de quem soprou mais longe a ervilha. Sabe? Você coloca uma ervilha e sopra para ver quem vai mais longe. It's a silly record. And I thought the most of the records, it's like cool. I don't know. Como que fala curiosidades?
Curiosities.
Curiosities. It's a cool curiosities to know for be records. When I was young, we have não sei se existe mais, ainda eu não sei como falar revista em inglês, mas tinha uma revista que chamava Mundo Estranho. Como?
Magazine.
Magazine, who calls Mundo Estranho, and there we can read so many different things around the world. So it's nice to know, but it's not like a record.
Yeah, just some curiosities for you to know, right? Not something like records. I guess it's nice for you to know that this thing happens, né? Essas coisas acontecem, but I don't think like it's too important as a type that every record's important. I don't think so. I think it's nice for you to know that they exist, but not like, oh, the amazing records. No, it's just, okay. And you, Marcos, what type of records do you think it's important to break and which ones are silly?
In my opinion, as I said, only sports, only about sports. Out of this, for me, it is silly record.
Perfect.
I like only sports records.
Yeah, they are cooler, né? Eles são mais legais o de esporte, né? Usually when we are watching, we like to see them, né? Pelo menos eu gosto mais de ver de esportes. I think it's nice.
They have to train a lot.
That's
dedication.
true. That's true. They need to dedicate their life for that, né? Because
they have they have a different life from us. A life dedicated to sport.
That's true. And you, Maria Eugenia, what type of records do you think it's important to break and which ones are just silly?
I agree with you guys. I think sport records are important because It's encouraging you to study and spend your energy on good things. And a silly record, like you said, is who eats a lot because it's not healthy.
Yeah. It's not healthy, and I think it's even ugly to see because people eating fast. Ai, gente, é muito feio de ver aquilo.
Yeah.
Perfect. And in the USA, it's really common to see like small competitions of who eats more hot dogs, who eats more hamburgers. They love that. They are a little bit crazy, Americans. So let's go to question number 4. Have you ever bought or read the Book of Guinness World Records? What people do you think would enjoy this book the most? Então, se vocês já compraram ou leram, né, o Guinness Book, e que tipo de pessoas vocês acham que gostariam mais desse livro? For example, I think children. I guess they like the most because they are interested on that, né? Children, they like to know new things. So at least when I was a child, I really liked the Guinness Book. I had one in my house and I thought it was amazing. People breaking records. Nowadays, I'm not that interested, but I think kids like. And you, Sonia, have you ever bought or read the Book of Guinness World Records?
No, never. I never bought. I never read it, but I would like to do it. I think that the people interested in read this book, maybe as teenagers or people who like and are thinking to break some record.
Yeah, if you're interested in breaking a record, you need to read the book, right? For you to know what's happening. Perfect. And you, Marcos, have you ever bought or read the Book of Guinness? And what people do you think would enjoy this book?
I had this book when I was a child. My cousin had a book. Every day we had, not had, only to passar as páginas. And I agree with you, it is most important for children.
Perfect. They are interested on that, right? They like new things, and I guess they feel amazed, né? Elas ficam impressionadas com aquilo, então they want to see it and to know. And you, Mariana, have you ever bought or read the Book of Guinness World Records? What people do you think would enjoy this book the most?
I never bought it and I never read, but I think maybe the elderly could be like, because I thought my father and I thought him like to read this book because he liked so much the curiosity about the world, and maybe he can like this book. I don't know. Eu não sei, mas meu pai é daquele pessoal mais antigo, ele gosta de saber as coisas que acontecem no mundo inteiro, curiosidades e algo do tipo. Eu acho que ele gostaria de ler esse livro.
Perfect.
Mais
Yeah, I
idosos.
guess old people and children, né? São os idosos e as crianças. Os dois são muito curiosos, né? And then they want to know new things.
Ô, Gi, deixa eu te perguntar. Eu falo elderly, que é idosos, ou eu falo old people? Qual seria o correto para mim dizer?
Os dois estão certos. Pode ser elderly ou old people.
Ah, então eu posso escolher o mais fácil. Então tá bom, beleza.
Os dois estão certos, não tem problema, não. Assim, elderly é mais chique, né? It's fancier. But old people is also correct. Okay? And you, Angelica, have you ever bought or read the Book of Guinness World Records? What people do you think would enjoy this book?
No, I've never bought or read. About people, some people participated or curiosity about the theme, or for some competition.
Perfect. If they want to compete on that, né? Se eles quiserem competir também, né? It's important
Yes.
for them to know. Perfect. And you, Maria Eugenia, have you ever bought or read the book of Guinness World Records? What people do you think would enjoy this book?
I never bought a book like that. But my cousin had when we are kids. It was fun.
It was fun. That's it.
When we were a kids.
Yeah, kids, they usually like those type of things, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. And you, Victor, have you ever bought or read the book of Guinness World Records? What people do you think would enjoy this book the most?
I never read, but I think I would like it because I like these curiosities.
Perfect. It's nice to know. Even for us adults, I think it's nice for us to know the records. Of course, some of them are silly, né? We're not that interested, but I think it's nice to know that they exist. Perfect. So let's go to question number 5. What rules do you think the organization has for setting records involving food, young people, animals? Do you think they have any other rules? Because, like, for example, they can say, you can establish a new record. Você pode bater aí recorde, né? Só que, tipo assim, tem que ter algumas regras, né? They need to have rules, mostly involving, like, food, young people, animals. So what rules do you think they have when they are establishing new records? Que regras vocês acham que eles têm, né? Quando tem que quebrar um recorde novo. So, let's see. It's a hard question. You need to use your imagination. So, let's see. Angelica, what rules do you think the organization has?
Well, contract and hospital to be a partner of event, and about involving young people. I do not involve kids or teenagers because are some risks, and animals just with security. For some same example about risks too, and alert the people before start competition too.
Yeah, it's important. Everybody should be aware what's about to happen. Todo mundo tem que saber o que está acontecendo. So they need to alert people. That's true. To avoid accidents. It's really important. And you, Victor, what rules do you think the organization has for setting new records?
I don't know, but surely there is a disclaimer. Acho que envolvendo outras pessoas, deve haver um disclaimer ali com relação, por exemplo, animais, não machucar e tudo mais. Mas se for algum recorde que a pessoa mesma vá bater, eu acho que eles meio que deixam e dizem, se tu morrer, a culpa é tua, tá assinando o termo e é isso. Mas claro que eles provavelmente não publicariam, né? Mas não fariam um alvoroço. Sabe?
They put on the responsibility of the person, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. I guess if you're putting your life in danger, it's up to you. But the case here is if you put the others' life in risk, then you need to be aware of the responsibility. Né? Tem que estar ciente da responsabilidade, né? E botar outras vidas em risco. Yours, it's up to you. And you, Marcos, what rules do you think the organization has?
I agree. The organization have to control the risks. If involving food, to require the pre-exam, blood exam, and the animals security, né? E the people security and health. I think it is.
Perfect. Yeah, I guess they need to require exams, because imagine if the person says that he or she is able to do something and then in the middle of the thing the person dies. Olha que loucura, gente, que perrengue. I guess they should be aware of the health situation of the person. That's true. They need to require exams. I agree with you. And you, Sonia, what rules do you think the organization has for setting new records?
I think they have a lot of rules. I want to believe it because especially when first I want to say I am not agree records involving food, young people, especially kids, and animals. I'm totally disagree. But if the activity is risky for the person, is individual responsibility. For example, I search a man who has about 30 years. He is a climber. He's American climber. He broken a lot of records in climb in the style free solo. He climbed the mountains without protection or security. And he broke a record in time and height. There is a documental about it. He won the documental won the Oscar. I don't know when, but it's very interesting to watch because it's an activity. I can imagine doing something like that because it's absolutely crazy for me. But it's interesting to watch. I recommend it.
I've heard this story before about that guy. He climbed without any ropes, any protection, helmets, nothing. Subiu lá sem nada, nothing. And then I remember this story. I guess I saw this documentary about him, and it's like, why? The question that stays is, why did he do that? Por que que ele foi inventar de fazer isso? Just for break a record? Doesn't make a lot of sense, né? Não faz muito sentido, só quebrar um recorde. Risking your life, né? It's really complicated, people who do that. É muito complicado, né?
He is very strange people. He's a yogi. He almost doesn't eat. He is trying to eat and alimentarse. I don't know how to say alimentarse, get nutrients of the sun, of the energy. He just drink juice of vegetables and fruits, and almost he doesn't eat. He eats a little bit, and he is very strong because this activity is required a lot of strong physical and emotional strong.
Yeah, that's true. He needs to be emotionally healthy, physically healthy, and brave. Be corajoso.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah.
Perfect. And you, Maria Eugenia, what rules do you think the organization has for setting new records?
I think insurance, contract, and clear rules for those who want to participate, to take responsibility for yourself. And for children, I think there should be an organization with doctors to protect them.
Perfect. Yeah, I guess for children, they should be the highest protected, because most of the times they don't know what they are doing. And then their parents that are responsible, né? São os pais que devem ser responsáveis. So, and maybe the parents are also
But sometimes they don't.
Não, pode falar.
I said, but sometimes the parents doesn't care.
Yeah. Sometimes the parents
Yes.
don't care. And like they should be more protected. I guess just like Sonia said, I disagree with world records that involve children because they don't know what they're doing. Kids, they are not responsible, né? Eles não são responsáveis. And maybe their
Yes.
parents aren't either. So they shouldn't compete in those things.
Because
my
The record.
kids or animals, they can't make decisions.
Yes, animals too.
Animals too. They don't know. The one who knows is their tutor, né? The one to protect the animal. And maybe he's also crazy, just like a parent of a kid. So it's impossible for them to compete. In my opinion. Né? And you, Mariana, what rules do you think the organization has for setting new records?
I have no idea how the rules works, but I thought for food there are some rules for the ingredients. I don't know how pronunciation in English, because for example, if it's a record about hot dogs, the hot dogs in Brazil is different from United States, so maybe there are some rules about the ingredients, but I don't have any more idea to add to this question. I don't know.
It's a hard question. It's a hard question. But I agree that involving food, maybe they take care of the ingredients to be healthier, né? Sometimes it's impossible to be that healthy, né? É impossível ser muito saudável, but they can balance, né? Dá para dar uma equilibrada, né? O melhor possível, I guess. So,
Porque desculpa, eu citei
Não,
o
pode
exemplo do
falar.
cachorro quente, porque assim, se for um brasileiro quebrando a quantidade de cachorro quente que come no Brasil, que tem molho, tem tomate, tem salsicha, tem purê, batata palha, é diferente dos Estados Unidos, que é só um pão e salsicha. Aí é mais fácil para eles, então o dos ingredientes era mais nesse sentido também, da
Não,
quantidade
agora
do
eu entendi. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Yeah, but that's true. They're hot dogs, they are only like the bread, sausage, and sauce, né? É o molho, né? Ketchup, mustard, and that's what they eat. But still, I think it's totally crazy what they do because they eat a lot of them, a lot of hot dogs. So it's completely weird. Acho muito estranho. Don't know why they put themselves through that. Não sei porque as pessoas se põem para fazer isso, gente. It doesn't make a lot of sense in my head. So let's go to question number 6. How do world records contribute to promoting healthy competition and personal growth? Como que essas competições elas podem promover uma competição saudável entre as pessoas e crescimento pessoal? Because when you compete with someone else, it's nice if it's a healthy competition, né? Se for uma competição saudável, without fights, né? It's really good. So how do you think these competitions, these world records contribute to health competition and personal growth? Let's start with Marcos. How do world records contribute to that?
It's difficult. It's difficult to answer because, for example, for food, who eats more hamburger never will be saudável. And the same with the sports. The high sports, it's not healthy. It's not healthy too, because the players said that when finish career, they have pain all the body. So it's a difficult answer.
Yeah, that's true. If they practice extreme sports, right, maybe they get some injuries after that, né? That's true. É muito perigoso alguns esportes, né? Você pode ficar com danos permanentes. So, makes sense. Perfect. Anyway, Mariana, how do world records contribute to that health competition, personal growth?
In general context of the competition, I thought I think it teach leadership, teamwork, respect of the rules, independence of the records. You need to follow the rules or something like that, or teamwork, because some rules, so some records are broken in a team. So maybe this is something the records teaching us.
No, that's true. If you need to play on a team, you need to know how to deal with a team, and it's really
Yeah.
important. I agree with
Yeah.
you. Perfect. And you, Angelica, how do you think world records contribute to health competition, personal growth?
I agree with Marcos and Mariana. A healthy competition can be sports or no. Hurt people if exhausting or a lot exercise, it's not healthy, but can be, and depends of the competition.
Perfect. That's true. Sometimes it's good for you, sometimes it's not, but you learn a lot, right?
Yes.
And you, Maria Eugenia, how do you think world records contribute to that?
For me, I think the most important thing in health competition is learn discipline.
Yeah. In any sports, you need to have discipline. So if you're competing to be the best, you need to have discipline.
Yeah.
That's true. Perfect. Good point. And you, Victor, how do you think world records contribute to that health competition and personal growth?
The pleasure of winning is more important than health. And so the biggest benefit is this, must be mental. Então, mentalmente para eles deve ser isso, né? Mentalmente para eles devem ser vale muito mais a pena do que fisicamente. Eles não ligam esses casos mais perigosos.
Yeah, they feel happy when they achieve, right? So they feel like, I don't know how to say that in English, but realizados, né? Eles se sentem muito felizes. I achieved that goal, so I am the best. They must feel really good, né? Eles devem se sentir muito bem, então makes sense. And Sonia, how do you think world records contribute to health competition and personal growth?
It's relative. It depends the context, I think. I think the activities like sports, but I don't know if extreme sports. I'm not sure if it is good, because the people who broke a record become an example for other people, for kids, for teenagers, and sometimes it can be dangerous.
Perfect. Makes sense.
I don't feel secure of that.
Yeah. Depending on the record is indeed really dangerous. And I guess they should even stop doing dangerous things, because it's dangerous for them and to others that might want to copy, né? Quem quer copiar aquilo, às vezes também pode se machucar. Perfect. So guys, because of our time, let me stop the live on YouTube.